What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, Jose Benavidez Sr., he doubles down. He once again states that his fighter, RAYO, stopped undefeated, unified, lightweight world champion, superstar boxer TEOFIMO Lopez 2 times now when they sparred. He said the first time his father, which is TEOFIMO Lopez Sr., he stated that he essentially approached it as it was, a lucky situation. He asked to redo it, to have a sparring session again, and he says that once again, RAYO now stops him in 3 rounds. So the first time it was in 1 round, and the second time it was in 3 rounds. And now he's warning, if they continue to pretend like he's making it up, he says there was a lot of people there and a lot of cameras, and there's a lot of proof. Why would I make this up? He says that TEOFIMO Lopez Sr. got so upset that RAYO stopped him. RAYO is going to be fighting this week on tomorrow night on Luis Neri Figueroa undercard. So RAYO is a rising star in the sport of boxing. Okay, now he got a lot of buzz because of this situation in sparring with TEOFIMO Lopez, and he's saying that Jose Benavidez Sr., he's stating that there's a lot of proof, so why make it up? He's just saying what happened in sparring stays in sparring. So the fact that it got leaked out, and RAYO was the one who leaked it out, and he's just backing it up with the truth, and he's saying that TEOFIMO Lopez Sr. is just essentially doing damage control and trying to cover up what actually took place. And he's saying, why would he make up such a thing? Listen to what he had to say.
RAYO stopped him in the first round. His father called me like about 2-3 weeks later. He said he wanted to spar RAYO. I said yes. He stopped him in 3 rounds, and then his father wanted to fight me too. He was mad.
So there you have it. He says that his father called him, TEOFIMO Lopez Sr., said let's do it again, and RAYO, he stopped him again, this time in 3 rounds. So TEOFIMO Lopez was able to survive another 3 rounds. With that said, there's a lot of talk about TEOFIMO Lopez struggling in sparring. There's a lot of reports that he struggled in his sparring sessions with undefeated lightweight WBC superstar boxer Devin the Dream Haney. There's also reports that he struggled with undefeated 2-division world champion who simultaneously holds the WBA regular champion at 130 and 135 and is moving up to junior welterweight to take on Mario Barrios, undefeated Mexican star boxer who's the WBA junior welterweight world champion in Gervonta Tank Davis. Okay, so there's a lot of reports that TEOFIMO Lopez was struggling in these sparring sessions, and now here we have another case of somebody saying they stopped him now. And so now, we have the situation with RAYO. RAYO is still up and coming, okay? He's not completely established. And I believe that due to the fact that he's not completely established, TEOFIMO Lopez coming off of 3 massive wins. The win against Nakatani is looking better and better every time Nakatani steps out and performs again. Then he beat Richard Comey for the IBF title in dramatic fashion, knocking him out. And then he defeated 3-division world champion, Olympic 2-time gold medalist, and former lightweight unified world champion Vasil High-Tech Lomachenko, who was considered to be a top 3 pound-for-pound fighter in the world. And TEOFIMO Lopez, he got a unanimous decision victory with only 16 fights in his career, okay? So most people expect him to lose the fight against Vasil Lomachenko, and he won the fight, okay? So he's at the top of the mountain. He's wants to say he's undisputed, but we understand the dispute between Devin Haney and TEOFIMO Lopez and Lomachenko in the franchise belt with the WBC. But TEOFIMO Lopez is on a high right now. He's going to face his IBF mandatory challenger and undefeated Australian star boxer George Kambosos Jr. That's set to take place June 19th in Florida. That's his IBF mandatory challenger. And then there's reports that he could possibly heading into a showdown with Devin Haney for official undisputed champion. Okay, so with that said, TEOFIMO Lopez does not want to be shown up, right? Obviously, he's at the top of the mountain, right? So he wants to, he wants to ride his horse. He don't want to, be knocked off the horse or veered off a track. He wants the world to know that, he wants the world to believe that he's the best fighter in the world, as he's confident in believing so. But you have this case where Ryu now is challenging Teofimo Lopez to fight in the professional ranks. Now, obviously, as Jose Benavidez Sr., he stated that we know sparring is a lot different than it is actually fighting under the lights in a real fight with no headgear and smaller gloves. But he believes that it'll be worse for Teofimo Lopez, okay? He believes that if Teofimo Lopez, was to fight Ryu right now, in the professional rank with smaller gloves, it would be worse for Teofimo Lopez, okay? So now they're calling for the fight, okay? I personally don't believe that, Teofimo Lopez has the edge in experience. Now, maybe Ryu has his number. You never know, right? We know that Ryu got the best of him in sparring. We know there was cases where you just have a guy's number. We know Vernon Forrest in the amateurs, he just had Shane Mosley's number. And in the professional rankings, guess what? He had Shane Mosley's number. We know Antonio Tarver, he had Roy Jones' number in the amateurs. And guess what? In the professional rankings, Antonio Tarver, he had Roy Jones' number in the professional. So, Ryu Valenzuela, as a young boxer, he's only 7 wins, no losses, 4 wins by way of knockout. He's fighting this Saturday night on the undercard of Luis Neri and Omar Figueroa. He's 28 years of age, so he's pretty, up there in age. He seemed to have gotten a late start at 28 years of age. He stands at 5'9", and he will be facing. His opponent, Ryu, is 21 years of age. His opponent is 28. Ryu stands at 5'8" with a 70-inch arm reach. Okay, so he's 21 years of age. And, he'll be facing, Nelson Hampton, 7 wins, 3 losses, tomorrow night on the undercard Luis Neri, Omar Figueroa, Brandon Figueroa fight, okay? So this is a big opportunity with him. 7 wins, no losses, 4 wins by way of knockout. And he believes that he could follow in the footsteps of Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez, in only 13 fights, he fought 3 back-to-back massive fights. He fought Nakatani, Richard Comey, and then Lomachenko. 16 total fights, and he has 3 of these fights already under his belt. So that means, he's just 6 fights away, and he's younger than Teofimo Lopez, okay? So, he believes that with smaller headgear, with no headgear and smaller gloves, he believes that it's going to be even worse for Teofimo Lopez in the professional rankings, okay? Teofimo Lopez, 16 wins, no losses, 12 wins by way of knockout. He's 23 years of age, so he's 2 years older than Ryu. He stands at 5'8" with a 68-inch arm reach, okay? So Ryu is 5'8" with a 70-inch arm reach, so he's got slightly longer arms. And he's going into, like I said, Teofimo Lopez, George Kambosos Jr. fight. So he's 16 fights, okay? So when he was 13 fights in, he fought Nakatani, Richard Comey, and Lomachenko back-to-back with only 13 fights. These are the fights that he had, okay? So, Ryu is saying, and Jose Benavidez saying, Senior, they're saying that, we understand that, the professional rankings are different, and we understand that there's no headgear and the smaller gloves, but they believe that this works in the favor of Ryu Venezuela, okay? They believe that it's going to work in their favor, so they believe they're going to knock him out in the professional rankings. They don't believe that Teofimo Lopez Sr. nor Jr. wants that fight with Ryu, okay? So let's just listen one more time what he had to say.
Ryu stopped him in the first round. His father called me
Ryu stopped him in the first round. His father called me a couple of weeks later.
About 2-3 weeks later, he said he wanted to spar Ryu. I said yes. He stopped him in 3 rounds, and then.
So he said that he stopped him in the first round the first time. His father called him about 2 or 3 weeks later. Said that he wants to do it again. Obviously, he thought it was a fluke. He said this time Ryu stopped him in 3 rounds. He said then now his Teofimo Lopez Sr. got upset, and we could see that he has a serious temper, right? So it's very believable, okay?
His father wanted to fight me too, he was mad.
So you see, he says that, Teofimo Lopez Sr., he got upset, and he wanted to fight him. So it's very believable what he's saying, and we have to see how this unfolds and plays out, but things happen in sparring. We know that guys got the best of Floyd Mayweather. Earl Spence, got the best of Floyd Mayweather. Paul Spadafora, he got the best of Floyd Mayweather in sparring, right? But you put them under the lights, and it's a completely different scenario. So, but they believe, like I said, there's some situations where the guys just have your number, and there's situations where you put them under the lights, and it's a completely different outcome. So we got to see how this plays out. But right now, we got to see how Ryu performs tomorrow night and moving forward. You know, he gets to that. He has a couple of dramatic knockouts and gets to that, 12-win mark, 13-win mark. Then he has a case because he could say, well, listen, I'm trying to follow the same path you did. So let's see how this plays out and unfolds. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to New Media. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like your shitty videos. So I got for y'all. Peace.
Oh, it is your boy Jada Kiss. Make sure you check out Blue Blood Sports TV. It's going down.